And we're here on Success Today. Bob Guiney. Joining me is Michael Lawrence. Michael, tell me, first of all, before we get to anything, we got your book right here. It's a bestseller, Think and Grow Rich Today. How was this experience for you writing this book?
It was amazing, really. It was something that, just a dream that's come together, and it's really the result of all the hard work the last few years.
Sure. Well, I mean, a lot of people, consider themselves financial experts and different things of that nature. Tell me about what you're doing today that make you stand out from the crowd.
Yeah, so I actually founded a company called Amp Marketing, and we partner with top companies in the industry to help deliver the one thing that all businesses want all the time.
Yep.
More sales.
Sure.
So we work with some of the largest brands that very much recognize, and they do an excellent job at reaching their audience through mass media advertisements, television, online. But the one thing that they're missing is the human touch.
Right.
And that's where Amp Marketing comes into play. And we still believe that the best way to interact with people is through the human interaction. And so we actually provide a personal touch, and it works. And our Fortune 100 clients agree. And so what we do is we actually will figure out, what are the best strategies for these companies to get in front of their customers.
Right.
And not only are we going to come up with the best strategies, but we're actually going to put sales forces together to figure out the best way to get real results. And that could be a business-to-consumer campaign, it could be a business-to-business campaign. We work a lot in retail, as well as putting events together. And so at the end of the day, what we're getting is real results for our clients.
Right, and I think what you said, the human touch.
Yeah.
So many companies forget about that aspect, and they don't even really know what their clients want. They have this sort of blanket approach for everybody, and you really tailor make your programs, don't you?
Exactly, especially these larger companies, they're all over the media and this kind of thing, but we actually get in front of customers, we provide that touch that they're just not quite getting it.
All right, so Mike, I mean, you've had such an incredible journey, an incredible experience to get where you are today. Tell me a little bit about your story.
Well, 10 years ago, I was a musician in Austin, Texas, pursuing rock and roll stardom. I think we may have that in common.
Yeah, we definitely have that in common.
And so you know how it is, going after the dream. Well, something happened. The band broke up.
Yep.
Right? And so here I am, in the middle of my living room wondering, what the heck am I going to do next? And that's times like that where you start to think about your future and where you're headed. And so, here I am sharing, rent with 3 other guys.
Right.
And I started thinking, man, what if I had to pay the whole rent? What if I had to pay all the bills? So I started thinking about my future and, what if I wanted a family? What if I had to support wife and kids and that kind of thing? And what I realized is that even though I love what I was doing with music, it's a huge passion of mine, still is today, I just wasn't making the kind of money that I needed to support the vision that I had for myself.
Right.
And so, man, I got on a mission to figure out how can I make some extra income. And that's when I actually got into network marketing. And it's really interesting. There's so many skills that were developed in that process. Learning how to lead people, learning how to build and motivate teams, just learning how to speak in front of a group. These are things that I'd really never done before.
Sure.
And so those skills were really honed in that process. And I got into reading personal development books, just anything I get my hands on to grow knowledge and expertise. And all of that was really setting up the next chapter, which all took place at a 100-degree-plus day in Austin, Texas, at a car wash.
100
yeah, about 100 in a row a few years back. And so, typical day, right? And so I'm talking to this guy, and I'm asking him, hey, what do you do for a living? He says, well, I'm into sales. I'm like, well, that's cool. How's that working out for you? And he told me he made $4,200 in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Now, the network marketing thing was going good, but not that good.
Right.
And so that got my attention, and soon after, I found myself starting in sales.
Sure.
And all that hard work with the network marketing, all those skills I developed, the teaching background, it kind of come into play, and actually was able to start breaking sales records out the gate. Within a few months, they'd actually promoted me to go launch a market out in Chicago, and from 2 years after that, I'm all over the country. I'm launching markets, different products, different services. And so it was just an amazing experience. And all that was really coming together to set up the launch of Amp Marketing, which started in 2011.
Yeah.
And we were able to secure a long-term contract with a huge telecom company. Everybody knows who they are. And so, it was so awesome to start that. And our first year was good, but our second year was phenomenal. We actually grew 371%, and that got the attention of Inc. magazine, and we actually were featured as the next big thing in 2013. And so since then, we've actually brought on some more awesome clients, and we actually just celebrated our 3-year growth of over 1,000%.
Wow.
And so, just some phenomenal things happening. I'm just so grateful that all the opportunities have been given to me.
It's life-changing stuff.
Absolutely.
Well, I know you're doing a ton of unique things with your business. I mean, if you could pick a couple that you think are really kind of set you apart from the others, what would they be?
Well, you know, Tony Hsieh wrote a book a few years back called Delivering Happiness. And if you know Tony, he's the CEO of Zappos, his online shoe store.
Online shoes, sure.
He helped to grow that company from 0 to $1 billion in revenue in just 10 years. And you know, one of the things, his core philosophies that he shared in the book is that if you just take care of your people will take care of your customers,
right.
and ultimately your business is going to thrive. And you know, that's one of the things that we really believe in at AMP Marketing. And you know, people will show up for a paycheck, no, don't get me wrong.
Sure.
But I think most people want more than that. You know, they want to be able to actually, you know, thrive. They want to be able to grow and develop. They want to feel appreciated. And more than anything, they want to feel like they have a long-term opportunity.
Right.
And so, you know, one of the things that we really, really believe in is personal development. And so, you know, we actually work, if you know Zig Ziglar.
Of course.
You know, he actually came up with a quote that we believe in. It's called, you know, if you just help enough people achieve their goals and dreams, you're going to achieve your goals and dreams.
Yeah.
And we believe in that. And so when somebody comes to work with AMP, one of the first things that we'll do is sit down with them and ask them, what are some of the things that you'd like to achieve in your personal life? And it's amazing how many of them are actually surprised that the company actually cares.
I was going to say, even cares
about their personal life,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
But what we understand is that most people, it's not that they aim too high and miss, it's that they actually aim too low and hit.
Right.
And so we want to build our people up. We want to help them develop personally so that they can actually go out and achieve the goals and dreams that they want to achieve. And what we found is that most of them actually do more than they even thought was possible.
Yeah.
And so, you know, what we provide is a real long-term opportunity for people at AMP. You know, they come on board, we have a training and development system to help them elevate into leadership positions. And ultimately, for the top performers, they can make it all the way to a partner level where they're going to be sharing in the revenues of the company. And so it's a real opportunity. And you know, at the end of the day, we all go to work, man. We all go to make a paycheck. But what we deliver is a real opportunity. It's a way for they can grow and develop. And that was the vision for AMP.
Yeah.
You know, because there's so many companies where people just hate going to work.
Right. It's a job. They
Yeah,
punch a
they
clock
just punch
and
a clock. They go
Yeah.
home. They're exhausted. They're tired. We want an environment where people were excited to come to work, and that's what we've achieved. And not only that, our people are growing and developing, and they're becoming leaders in their own right.
I love it. So you're giving them a career and a lifestyle, not just a job.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fantastic. Now, I know you have a ton of client success stories and a ton of different success stories. If you could choose a couple that really would define what AMP does and who AMP is, what would they be?
Well, you know, we've been able to achieve so much in just a short period of time, but none of that would be possible without the amazing team that we have at AMP. And those are really my favorite success stories. We've got guys from all different types of background that work for us, ex-military, musicians. We've got people from, you know, Katrina survivors, you know, just a wide variety of people that come to work. And I'm so excited to watch them grow and develop and become leaders. And so, you know, those are the best success stories, but there's a couple of people that I have to mention. We actually had a guy join our company in January 2014. His name is Jacob Jones. He's come on as a managing partner. This guy's a rock, he's a pillar. Yeah. He's been instrumental in helping the company to grow to the level that it has. And also my wife, Liana Lordeanu.
The toughest name in business.
That's right. She actually, she's a sales and marketing guru in her own right. She's a best-selling author and speaker.
Dynamic personality.
Absolutely, absolutely. And she left her career in mergers and acquisitions to help start AMP 4 years ago. And all the adversities, all the challenges we've been through, she supported me. She's been by my side. You know, she's been my inspiration through it all. And there's no such thing as success without a price to be paid. And she certainly paid a huge price to ensure the success of AMP.
Yeah, and to be able to do it together, I would imagine, has got to be the icing on the cake.
Absolutely.
Now, how can people find AMP? How can people find you? How can our viewers utilize your services?
It's real simple. amptothetop.com.
Sounds easy. Well, man, thank you so much for joining me on Success today. I wish you the best. I know you're going to be successful. I love everything you're doing. Continued success to you, my friend.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for your time.
All right.